The M4A1-S Control Panel from the 2018 new collection is seeing a lot of accumulation rates right now. I mean, as you can see, the field tested condition has absolutely went ballistic. We've been selling for around like 5 euros, have went all the way up to like what, 30 euros, somewhere in that area, crashed down to 12, and right now selling for over 40. It's almost the same price as the minimal wear condition. So do you guys think that the minimal wear condition will pick up in price? Or is it just a manipulation? At the end of the day, the factory new condition was selling for over 400, has crashed down to what? Has crashed down all the way to 117, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. And just a few weeks later, we've been selling for 300 and right now dipping even lower. And well, one is only 6 euros, meanwhile field tested is exploding. I cannot explain anything here, but if you can take profits up on these skins, definitely do it. And if you can find some nice great deals, go for them, but it's very volatile. I don't think that it's natural. As you can see, so many pieces are getting sold and this skin is not even that desirable. There's so many different better options out there and you can't even use it for trade-ups. And also, ever since we talk about the Mag 10 Surfwood from the St. Mark collection, it's just a gray skin. It was selling around for like 10 to 13 euros, up on third-party websites, obviously even cheaper. As you can see, the cheapest one listed right now is for 46 euros. And many of these were sold in the factory new condition for almost 30, which is absolutely insane. Yes, I've actually predicted it, but this seems very unnatural, so please be very careful. If you can take profits, definitely do it. Let's see how far this skin can go up until the point it begins to crash, because usually with pumped skins they come always back down. I mean, it was looking very natural up until the point where people just started mass buying them. Are you tired of super expensive steams up on the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Up on Skinland you have the best possible market prices for these skins. No hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code rubyjetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. If you're asking yourself how can the price move so fast, well, it's just because the supply of these in the factory new condition is very rare. And as you can see, 38 pieces were sold in just 1 hour, and all of a sudden only one piece for 38 euros was sold already. It's absolutely insane. Meanwhile, the minimal wear condition is staying stable up on the markets. It was usually pumped all the way to like 10 euros. Right now we're sitting at 6. I don't think it's the best pickup right here, but if you enjoy green skins you can go for it, but never buy into the pumps. That's the #1 rule. That's why you should just be taking profits here. I mean, it's not a secret, guys. Ever since I was buying the new skins up on the market, I have profited on every single one of these skins that I've bought. And I'm talking about every single one I've bought just like a few days ago. They will be tradable on the 23rd, and to be honest, maybe I'm gonna sell most of them because secure profits is the way to go. Because at the end of the day, if you don't secure your profits and sometimes you keep your skins for way too long, I've learned it the hard way with a lot of my other skins. For example, from the B, the Monster, it has been around like 180, 190 euros. I've bought it for that price a very long time ago at very all-time lows, just like right now with the new collections introduced into the game, and I've been holding it through a lot of times. It was worth around like 400 euros as well, and you can always take profits. It's the best way to do it in my opinion. We're also currently giving away this P250 Lotus Imprint to one of you lucky viewers. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trading is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish all of you in the comments the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. I mean, it is kinda insane that even some of these light blue skins in the factory new condition are worth so much up on the markets and the demand is still there. We've actually predicted, we've been saying that this skin can be definitely a meme skin in the CS2 community because of the camera, and well, it is super expensive for a light blue skin. It's not just straight up fuel, it's also a clean play skin for many people, I guess. And as well, our Glocks, we've gotten these in the factory new condition, 0.02, 0.01, 0.03, somewhere in that area. Yes, it's nothing special at all, but a lot of the other purple skins from this collection are reaching over 30 euros up on the Steam community market already. I mean, as you can see, we've been buying the factory new condition up on the Steam community market for around like 16 euros. 816 pieces were sold. As I said, a lot of people dumped their armory stars into the market, and this made a huge supply, even though it's only a 3% chance to get those in the factory new condition. I mean, generally speaking, a skin in the factory new condition, and slowly but surely we're rising it up on the markets, and the cheapest one listed is for 29 euros. The minimal wear condition is also went from 4 euros all the way up to 10 euros already. It's absolutely insane. It doesn't seem to stop anytime here. Maybe in 1-2 weeks, that's at least just my own prediction, but make always your own research up on these guys. But that's definitely very interesting, as well as the field tested condition has went up from 2 euros all the way up to 4 euros right now. It has doubled basically. For a field tested skin, that's crazy in my opinion. And as well, the P250 Lotus Imprint from the Arabesque collection is also very beautiful, and is also worth around like 30 euros in the factory new condition, and we've been getting these at 14 euros. I can see them reaching even 50, at least it's just my own prediction, guys. It's very volatile, the market right now. Also currently giving away one to one of you lucky viewers. But to be honest, I'm also a big fan of the minimal wear condition. For example, this one 0.1111 is kinda clean, and even up on the Steam community market they have also risen. It's selling even cheaper than the Glock, and I think the Glock is nothing compared to this P250. It's also a nice gun, a lot of people are actually using, and it's only 26 euros up on the Steam community market, and on third-party websites you can buy this even cheaper. I think this skin is definitely going to rise. I know it feels like it's very volatile, and I cannot even predict the market here, but that's just my own opinion, and I think these skins can go even higher. As you can see, the minimum wear condition went from 4 euros all the way up to 10 euros, was selling even for more. Once in a few weeks people start selling all the investments and they start taking profits, I think during this time skins could rise even more. But up until that point, sell off your investments, maybe wait for another dip and then rebuy again. I think this will be the way better strategy here actually, because the armory skins sometimes rise a lot then go lower, sometimes rise a lot again in just a few months, right? So that's why we can actually time the market and take profits here and there, and this will be the best advice I can give you here. And also, meanwhile, every single case is almost dropping up on the markets. The Revolution case is most of the time actually very stable. It's moving like a real case in real time. People are opening sometimes less demand for it, you know. And generally speaking, once it gets actually discontinued from the active drop pool, which could happen maybe in September, maybe in a couple of months later, I can imagine it could double in price. I think this case is generally great, and a lot of other cases up on the markets are very cheap right now. And if you have still gallery cases, I'm not saying go ahead and buy many of these right now, but don't sell them right now. I think it would be a very big mistake. We cannot compare the supply to the Fever case, ever since the Fever case is like 10 times more demanded and 10 times more people redeemed their stars for it, and it has been 10 times longer in the armory, so we cannot compare these cases, you know. At the end of the day, the cookery knives are not very desirable, but some of the skins inside, like the M4A1-S Vaporwave, it has also crashed in price, and you can pick it up right now for very cheap. I think it's definitely a great play skin to hold. And borderline, how much can it go even lower? I mean, obviously if the case is going to go lower, the skins inside will also slightly go lower, but the supply of these is not huge, and you can actually use them up in trade ups, so the supply can definitely be burned over the next couple of years, ever since most people don't care about the field tested or minimal wear, because you can grab the factory new for a very cheap price, right? I mean, comparable cheap, ever since these were selling for 600 euros up on the Steam community market. And also something very interesting to consider right now, Valve is going to introduce a new limited edition item soon, at least that's just my prediction. And maybe at the same time they could announce something to be discontinued, maybe some of these charms. So the potential is there, but it's very volatile. But I think you should be definitely farming some armory stars for the new limited edition item, because usually those in the first few days have actually great ROI. And in case you actually did not know this, but the AVP print stream is currently sitting at all-time lows in the factory new condition, in the minimal wear condition. Well, basically in every single one of these conditions the skins have crashed in price a lot, and borderline it could be a great opportunity to pick these up, because nowadays the Fever case is certainly going to be removed maybe in the next rotation, or at least it's my prediction, because nowadays we have actually no idea if Valve is even ever gonna remove the Fever case. I guess it's possible that they're gonna remove it, but the question is, are they going to replace it with a new case or not? But in the meantime, these are still desirable trade-up skins, and it's kinda not expensive. Maybe field tested could also be worth it, but as you can see, we've started to rebound slowly but surely, selling for like what, 55 euros already for 58, a slight price increase. I think the potential is there, and these skins in bad conditions, I would say they have pretty much stabilized up on the markets. The Desert Eagle print stream from the Fracture collection is also looking very bullish in a minimal wear condition, for example. We've been selling for like what, 40 euros, somewhere in that area, 45 euros. Right now, slowly but surely reaching that 60 euro mark. We're almost there. It's absolutely insane. The factory new condition is kind of stable. I think it's definitely a great play skin to use, and the skin will definitely stay stable in this price just because the collection has already been discontinued, and that's a really great sign. We can get into the market very early. I mean, these skins back in the day were so expensive, like in the factory new condition, selling for 150 euros, which is kind of insane, and the minimal wear condition field tested are around the same price, which is insane in my opinion. This may not be a very popular opinion, but I still think that the 5.7 heat treated from the Sport and Field collection with some nice blue gem finishes, I think it's definitely worth to pick this up, ever since, as you can see, this skin has crashed up in price from all the way 17 euros up on the Steam community market, all the way down to under 7 euros. The cheapest one listed is for 6 euros and 60 cents. And if there's so many skins up on the markets of these 5.7s, I think you can definitely find some nice patterns up on these. It could be a lot of overpay down the line. The Factory New Condition was also selling for over 50 euros, sometimes even for 70, 80 if it had like good patterns up on it. I think you can definitely snap some nice good deals ever since these skins have crashed up in price so much. And also field tested blue gems are also looking good in my opinion. And if you're looking for stable skins just like this AK-47 Asimov from the Danger Zone collection, in the minimal wear condition we're always staying around the same price for just a year straight. We've been selling for like 70 euros, and on third party websites you can obviously grab some better deals. It's better than paying 400 just for a factory new skin, ever since the same factory new skin was selling for 800 up on the Steam community market. It's absolutely insane in my opinion how much these skins have increased in price, and as you can see, the downfall was as fast as it has risen. So definitely the potential towards field tested minimal wear skins is definitely way bigger, because they will be used up down the line, and the factory new conditions tend to get used up way less in trade-ups. And if we're honest, I just don't understand the hate towards the glove case right now. If a lot of collectors are currently selling off their investments, I think it's generally a great sign to pick more of these up. If you're gonna buy them like every month for a couple of years straight, there's also the possibility that you'll be profiting up on this. It's very volatile, because ever since sometimes it's pumping, sometimes it's going even lower. In the past month we've decreased almost like 20-30%, somewhere in that area. I mean, it's just because a lot of people are currently selling off. It's the summertime. Maybe in a couple of months this skin can finally start to pick up and reach these new all-time highs yet again. At this point, who knows, but right now could be definitely a great opportunity to snap some on third-party websites.